Good Monday afternoon, everybody. Campus Connect meteorologist Alec tracking these cloudy conditions across the junction camera right now. Over the junction, we can see that we have overcast skies, and this is from Tropical Storm Irma, believe it or not. We have this outflow from the storm making its way all the way into parts of Mississippi now, mainly North Mississippi. It's flirting with Jackson right now. That will increase its coverage as we get into the later in the day. But here's the center of circulation in South Georgia. Now, I'll map it out for you guys so we could just see how big this area we're talking about is. From southeast Georgia all the way up to Starkville, that's 340 miles. That is how wide, even wider than that, since the cloud coverage has moved well off into parts of even Arkansas. So even we're talking more than 340 miles from the center of circulation, those clouds reaching from outflow. So we're going to see these effects ramp up into tonight and tomorrow as Tropical Storm Irma, currently at 50 miles an hour, is going to track off to the northwest, and as that tracks to the northwest, gets a little bit closer to parts of northeast Mississippi, that's when we're going to see rainfall rates increase and the winds increase too. Now, after Tuesday, we will see it move off to the north, and beyond that, it'll just turn into the remnants of Irma, and we won't have too much to talk about beyond that. Now, our current winds are a little bit gusty in some parts. Most of the wind you could see is off to well into our east in parts of Atlanta. So right now we are just experiencing winds on the order of 10 to 20 miles per hour. A little bit breezy out there this afternoon, but the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory until 1 a.m. The threats are for those damaging wind gusts, which apparently is blowing my graphic up towards the top. Damaging wind gusts up to 30 to 40 miles per hour are possible, and this is mainly from Houston off to the east, Louisville off to the east, so just our extreme eastern counties in Mississippi just through tonight. Now here's a live look at our radar. You could see the wide swath of rain is well off to our east. That's starting to push west, so some of these outer bands are trying to come into parts of east Mississippi and Starkville and the Golden Triangle, but we won't see them just quite yet. Birmingham is just getting the brunt of it now, but this is all going to move towards east Mississippi this evening. Now I'll time it out for you guys. At about 7 p.m. you can see these outer bands are starting to move closer to Starkville. Still the heaviest rain well off to our east, and then that'll all push westward. So tonight and early tomorrow morning is when we're expecting the heaviest rain. So we'll wake up to that rain definitely tomorrow. We will dry off towards the end of the day, breaking up a little bit in that coverage, but we could get a couple more sprinkles Wednesday night, but then Tuesday night, and then into Wednesday we can expect most of the rain just to stick north of Highway 82 through the remainder of the day, and then the clouds will break up. So how much rain are we talking? Well, I'm thinking we're on the order of about 1 to 1.5 inches is what this model is showing. We probably are going to be closer to that 1-inch mark as we get all said and done with this. But beyond Tropical Storm Irma making its way into northeast Mississippi, we will dry out through the rest of the week. Check out Thursday and Friday. We're rebounding back into the 80s after a little slight cool down, but with that, the humidity returns a little bit by this weekend, so Mother Nature isn't quite done with summer in northeast Mississippi quite yet.